Okay, so you're thinking about getting your MBA,
Uh-huh.
and Europe maybe is on your mind,
Yeah,
maybe Germany specifically.
for sure. A lot of people are thinking about that.
Yeah, and I mean, why not, right? I mean, Germany is really the economic engine of Europe,
Yeah,
and an MBA from there, I mean, it really carries weight globally.
absolutely. And, I'm sure you're doing your research, trying to get all the info.
Right.
We're here to sort of cut through some of the noise
Yes.
and give you what you need to know about getting an MBA in Germany,
Excellent.
based on a bunch of articles and guides we've looked at.
Okay, great. So we're going to do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Distill the most important information
Mm-hmm.
about getting an MBA in Germany.
Yeah.
Why it's so attractive.
Yep.
What kind of education you'll be getting.
Yes.
What kind of career it can lead to.
Yeah.
And kind of the nuts and bolts of how to actually do it.
Absolutely. The practicalities.
The practicality is fantastic. Okay, so why Germany?
Well, a lot of people are drawn to the affordability. When you compare it to the US, the UK, Australia,
Right.
Germany often comes up as just a cheaper option.
Got it.
And, a lot of public universities,
Yeah.
they actually have very low or even no tuition fees.
Oh, wow.
You'll usually have to pay some administrative fees.
Okay.
Those are going to range from like 200 to 500 euros a semester.
Okay, got it.
And, it's really important to remember that those administrative fees are not the same as tuition fees.
Okay.
They're really just, enrollment and service charges.
Right.
And that's a big difference between public universities in Germany.
Interesting. Okay, so that's a huge contrast from the private university.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where I understand tuition can range.
Yeah, from like 15,000 to 50,000 euros a year.
Wow, that's a big range.
It is a big range, but, even at the top end there, it can be a pretty good deal compared to some of the, top tier programs in other countries.
Right. You're not sacrificing quality for that lower cost.
Not at all. No.
Uh-huh.
Germany's got some really great business schools. One to think about is Mannheim Business School.
Okay.
It's considered one of the best in Germany.
Consistently ranked at the top.
Exactly. And then there's ESMT Berlin.
Okay.
Really known for leadership and innovation.
Got it.
And they have an awesome placement rate after graduation.
Oh, that's great.
Then you've got Otto Beisheim School of Management, known for entrepreneurship.
Interesting.
And I think they have the highest MBA salaries in all of Germany.
Wow. So that's something to consider right there.
Absolutely. And of course, you can't forget Frankfurt School of Finance and Management.
Right, if you're into finance.
Especially if you're into finance and banking.
Yeah.
And they have this really unique part-time MBA program.
Interesting. Okay. So that's good to know. And then the last one we're going to mention.
Yeah. HHL Leipzig Graduate School of Management.
Okay.
Germany's oldest business school.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're really big on entrepreneurship and leadership.
Got it. Okay, so
Right.
all of these schools that we've mentioned are...
Yeah. They're not just good in Germany, they're good globally.
Right, they're top-ranked globally.
Yeah. If you look at the QS World Rankings for 2025, you can see all of them up there.
Yeah, like University of Mannheim is 487. Frankfurt School is 40.
Otto Beisheim, 55.
ESMT Berlin, 75. HHL Leipzig, 86. And the Technical University of Munich is 28.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? And it's interesting to think about,
Yeah.
Frankfurt School being ranked at number 40.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Frankfurt is this huge financial hub.
Right. The heart of European finance.
So you know that ranking probably carries a lot of weight there.
Absolutely. I mean, it shows they've got those connections.
Right.
The industry recognizes them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's clear why someone would want to get an MBA in Germany.
For sure.
But what kind of programs are actually available?
Well, there are a few different types.
Okay,
You've got the full-time MBA, which is typically 1 to 2 years.
right. Pretty intensive,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah. Very intensive. This is for people who really want to either completely change their career path or just advance really quickly.
Got it.
They often have internships built in and a lot of networking opportunities.
Yeah. And then there's the part-time MBA,
Right.
which is 2 to 3 years usually.
Yeah, that one's really designed for people who are working already.
Okay,
And they want to keep working while they get their MBA.
got it.
And, these days with so much remote work,
Yeah.
a lot of these programs are offering
Right.
really flexible schedules
Right.
and hybrid learning, so you don't have to be right there at the university.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then, if you've got a lot of professional experience already,
Yeah.
you could think about the executive MBA or EMBA.
Okay.
That's for people who are already, in management or senior level positions.
Got it.
And they really focus on leadership and strategic thinking.
Okay, great. And of course, we can't forget the online MBA.
Right, which has become so popular.
It really has.
Yeah, because it gives you so much flexibility.
Yeah.
And you can connect with people from all over the world.
Right, you're not limited
Yeah,
geographically.
exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about admissions requirements now.
Okay.
So you're listening to this, you're
Yeah.
thinking about doing this. What do you need?
Well, first off, you're going to need a bachelor's degree.
Okay, so that's the baseline.
Yeah, it's usually a 3 or 4 year program.
Right.
And some universities might have GPA requirements, so definitely check on that.
Okay, got it. So then the next thing.
Is work experience.
Okay.
Especially for the MBA and EMBA programs.
Yeah.
They might want anywhere from 1 to 5 years of experience.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it really varies.
It really depends on the program.
Right, and what they're focusing on.
Okay. And what about the GMAT and GRE?
Do you need to take those tests?
Yeah. Are they required for all of the programs?
Not always.
Okay.
A lot of universities want them.
Yeah.
But some will consider them optional, especially if you have really good grades or a strong work history.
I got it. So it's best to just check the individual policies.
Exactly. Each program is going to be different.
Okay. And of course, if your native language isn't English,
Yeah.
you're probably going to need to prove that you can speak it.
Right. Most German universities are going to ask for TOEFL or IELTS scores.
Okay. And what kind of scores are they looking for?
Usually around a 6.5 to 7.0.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about money.
Okay, the financial side of things?
Yeah. Because we all know an MBA is an investment.
It is.
So what are the costs involved for someone getting an MBA in Germany?
Well, like we said earlier, tuition at public universities can be really low.
Yeah.
You're looking at anywhere from basically 0 to maybe 5,000 euros a year.
Right.
But private institutions are going to be more.
Right.
Usually between 15,000 and 50,000 euros a year.
Okay. So, but even at the top end of that, for a private university in Germany,
Yeah.
that might be cheaper than some programs in the US or UK.
Absolutely. That's what our research is showing.
So that's something to consider, right?
For sure.
Okay. So then beyond tuition, what kind of living expenses?
Right. You got to live.
You got to have a place to live.
You do.
What are we talking about?
So on average, you can expect to spend like 850 to 1,500 euros a month.
Okay.
And that would cover, your food, transportation, all your personal expenses.
Okay, so if you look at it yearly.
Yeah, some people say, budget around 10,000 euros a year.
For living expenses.
Okay.
For living expenses.
Got it. And of course, that's going to vary depending on the city.
Absolutely. If you're in a big city like Munich or Frankfurt,
Right.
it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But, there are other cities like Leipzig or Aachen
Okay.
that are more affordable.
Got it. Okay, so are there any scholarships or financial aid to help people pay for this? Yeah. Germany's got some good scholarship programs for international students.
Okay.
You've got the DIDE scholarships and the Deutschland Stipendium. And then a lot of universities will have their own scholarships too, like ESMT Women's Scholarship, WHU MBA scholarships, and some from the Heinrich Böll Foundation.
Oh, okay. So it's worth looking into.
Definitely worth researching.
Okay, so let's say you've done all this, you've gotten your MBA.
Yeah, all that hard work is paid off.
You're in Germany. What kind of career are you looking at now?
Well, the good news is that there's a lot of demand for skilled professionals in Germany.
Oh.
And an MBA is really valued. So
Yeah.
if you're just starting out, you could be making like 50,000 to 70,000 euros a year.
Okay.
And, with more experience, that can go up to 80,000 or even 120,000.
Wow. Okay, so those are some good numbers.
Yeah. And it's not just any jobs either.
Okay.
Our sources are saying that there's a big need for people with skills in digital transformation and sustainable business practices.
Interesting.
And a lot of German MBA programs are focusing on those areas now.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, you're really setting yourself up for success.
Yeah, you're studying what employers want. Okay, so let's say you want to stay in Germany after you graduate.
Right.
What are the options for visas and permanent residency?
Well, the good news is that Germany will give you an 18-month post-study work permit.
Okay.
So you've got a year and a half to find a job.
To get your foot in the door.
Right. And then once you find a job that qualifies,
Yeah.
you can apply for permanent residency.
Oh, wow. So that's a huge benefit.
It is a big plus.
Okay. Of course, moving to another country is a big decision.
Yeah, there are challenges.
It's not always easy.
What are some of the challenges someone might face getting their MBA in Germany?
Well, yeah, the language barrier is something to think about.
Okay.
Even though a lot of the MBA programs are in English,
Yeah.
knowing some German is really going to make your life easier.
Make things smoother.
Yeah. And you'll be able to integrate into society better.
Right.
You can use apps like Babbel or Duolingo to learn.
Those are good?
Yeah, and just try to get out there and talk to people.
Yeah, immerse yourself.
Immerse yourself, exactly. Okay, and what about the application process itself?
Yeah, that can be pretty competitive.
Because these are top programs.
They are, and they have high standards, so
Yes.
it's really important to do your research.
On each school.
Yeah, and really tailor your application to each one.
Okay.
And, make sure your statement of purpose is really strong.
Yeah.
And that you've got good letters of recommendation.
And if you need to take the GNAT or GRE.
Yeah, give yourself plenty of time to prepare.
Right, don't wait till the last minute.
No.
Okay, and we talked about the cost of living,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the bigger cities. That can be a challenge.
It can be, but there are ways to manage it.
Sure.
As an international student, you can usually work part-time.
Okay.
Up to 20 hours a week.
Got it.
So that can help,
Yeah, bring in some money.
And scholarships, of course.
Right.
Those are super important. And like we said, maybe think about living in a more affordable city.
Right.
And, look for shared housing or student discounts.
Yeah, those can really add up.
They can.
Okay, and I imagine the visa regulations.
Yeah, that can be a bit of a maze.
Yeah, can be complicated for international students.
It can. So just be prepared.
Yeah.
Make sure you meet all the academic and financial requirements.
Okay.
You're going to have to show that you have enough money.
Right.
Usually in a blocked account.
Yeah, and how much is that usually?
About 11,208 euros a year.
Okay, and you have to go to class.
Yeah, you have to keep up with your studies.
Make sure you're doing well.
Right, and start networking early for jobs.
Okay, and that 18-month permit is great, but is it hard for people to find permanent jobs within that time frame?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure if our sources say anything about that specifically.
Okay, yeah, we might need to look into that.
Yeah.
Okay, some people might be wondering about networking opportunities in Germany.
Yeah.
Compared to other places like the U.S.
I mean, it's true that Germany's MBA scene is maybe a little younger.
Yeah?
Than some other markets, but there are definitely ways to network. Go to alumni events, industry meetups, use LinkedIn.
Those are all good.
Yeah, and, if you pick a university that has strong ties to businesses.
Like Mannheim.
Exactly, that can really come.
Right, okay. And then finally, just the cultural differences, the academic differences.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit of a learning curve.
It might be. German universities, they're big on independent learning.
Okay.
So you got to be good at studying on your own and managing your time.
Yeah.
And, don't be afraid to participate in workshops and group projects.
Okay.
And ask your professors for help if you need it.
Yeah, or form study groups.
Exactly. All good strategies.
Okay, so if someone's listening to this and they're thinking, okay, 2025.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my MBA in Germany.
What do they do?
What are the concrete steps?
Okay, so step 1.
Yeah.
Pick a school that's accredited.
Okay.
Look for accreditations like AACSB, EQIS, or MBA.
Okay.
Mannheim Business School, WHU, Otto Beisheim School of Management. They're both good examples.
Okay. Okay, so those are like quality stamps.
Exactly. It means the school meets certain international standards.
For curriculum and faculty and resources?
Right.
So it's a good indicator for you as an applicant.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then step 2.
Figure out what you want to specialize in.
Right.
Because an MBA isn't just a general degree.
Right.
Germany's got all sorts of specializations, like marketing, finance, technology management, entrepreneurship.
Okay, so pick the one that's going to help you reach your goals.
Yeah, what are your career aspirations?
Okay, and then admissions requirements.
Right. Got to make sure you can actually get in.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit, but just to recap.
Yeah, so usually you need a bachelor's degree.
Right.
Some years of work experience.
Right.
Maybe GM or GRE scores, depending on the program.
Yeah.
Proof that you speak English.
Yeah.
And then you'll need a good statement of purpose and some letters of recommendation.
Okay, got it. So then public versus private universities.
Right. Which one is right for you?
Yeah. Any other advice there?
Yeah, think about the focus of the school and their connections.
No.
Private universities might cost more.
Right.
But they might have more specialized programs and better links to industry.
Okay.
Public universities are a great value.
Yeah.
Because the costs are lower.
Got it.
But, either way, you need to understand the full cost picture.
Right.
So don't forget those administrative fees at public universities.
Yeah.
200 to 500 euros a semester.
And for private universities.
Tuition can be anywhere from 15,000 to 40,000 euros a year.
Or even 50,000.
Yeah, some of them are up there.
Okay, so, and we talked about scholarships.
Right, don't forget those.
Yeah, look into those.
Apply for the DADES, the Deutschlandstipendium, and the university-specific one.
Right, like the ESMT Women's Scholarship and the WHU MBA Scholarship.
Exactly. Those can really make a difference.
Okay, so what about the German language?
So yeah, even though a lot of the programs are in English,
Yeah.
if you can learn some basic German,
It's going to help.
it really will. It'll make your life easier, and it'll make it easier to get a job after you graduate.
Yeah, it's a good skill to have.
It is.
Okay, and the GMNT and GRE.
Right. Those aren't always required.
We've mentioned that, but
But yeah, if you've got good grades and good work experience, some universities might not need them.
okay, so again, check with the individual program.
Right. Each one's different.
Okay, and the statement of purpose and letters of recommendation.
Those are really important.
They are.
You know, your statement of purpose should really show why you want to do this MBA.
Yeah, and what you're going to do with it.
Right. And your letters of recommendation should be from people who can really speak to your abilities.
Okay, and then the German student visa.
Oh, yeah. That process can be a little tricky.
Yeah, so what should people keep in mind?
Well, just make sure you understand the whole process.
Yeah.
And have all your documents ready.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to need to show that you have enough money.
Yep.
Usually by putting about 11,208 euros in a blocked account.
Okay, so you're in Germany.
You're there. You made it.
Yeah, don't forget about internships and jobs.
Right. Get that practical experience.
Yeah.
Germany's got so many great companies. You know, BMW, Deutsche Bank, SAP.
Yeah, they're always looking for talented people.
They are. And an MBA from a German university is going to look good on your resume.
For sure. Okay,
Yeah.
so then after you graduate,
Right.
you've got that 18-month post-study work visa.
Yeah. That's a great opportunity.
It is, so use that time to really look for a job
Absolutely.
and to network.
Yes. Keep building your network.
Yeah, and if you can improve your German.
Yeah. You know, try to get to a B1 or B2 level.
Okay.
That's really going to help you in the job market.
Okay, great. So just to sum up,
Yeah.
you're getting a world-class education,
Mhm.
often at a pretty affordable price.
Yeah.
You're getting practical experience through internships and case studies.
Yeah. You know, they use real-world examples like Zara's supply chain and Starbucks' digital transformation.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. And they even look at leadership challenges,
Yeah.
like the stuff Wolfgang Keller went through.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So, you know, it's not just theory. You're actually learning how things work in the real world.
Right, and the visa policies are good for students.
They are.
And you're getting this great cultural experience.
Yeah. It's an amazing opportunity to immerse yourself in German culture.
Right, and to throw some numbers out there,
Yeah.
tuition can be anywhere from 6,350 euros to 49,500 euros.
Okay.
And your salary after you graduate could go up to 70,000 to 120,000 euros.
Yeah. That's a good return on your investment.
It is. So it really seems like an MBA in Germany is a fantastic opportunity.
It really is. You're getting a great education, practical experience, and good career prospects.
Yeah.
All in a really rich cultural environment.
So as you're thinking about this,
Yeah.
imagine yourself, you've got your MBA.
Mm-hmm.
What industry are you in?
Right?
What kind of role do you have?
What are you passionate about?
Yeah, and then think about the German business schools
Uh-huh.
that are known for being great in that area.
Exactly.
And then think about how your background,
Your unique skills
your experience, your
Yeah.
aspirations all fit in.
with the German way of doing things.
Right, and with their emphasis on practical learning and connections to industry.
Yeah, it's all about finding the right fit.
It is good luck out there.
Good luck.
We'll see you in Germany.
See you there.
Bye.